What is up, Virgo? Welcome to your general timeless reading. Let me get comfortable. You guys know the drill. If you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, you can book it down below through my website. Hit that notification bell so you see when I post or when I go live, and hit that like button to help the channel grow. I'd greatly appreciate it. But Virgo, let's go ahead and get into these goodies. Let's see what we have going on for you. What do I want to use for you today? Let's use... I want to use Tarot Wonderland for you, actually, Virgo. Let's do that. Because why not? Virgo. Is there another card in here? No, it's just upside down. Upside down. Sorry, got a little clumsy. Anyway. Let's see what's going on for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Show me what I'm missing to see for Virgo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, please, Spirit. What do we have for Virgo? I heard contingencies. Page of Wands. Okay. And then we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Star, and the Fool in reverse. Okay. Very nice. Can you see it? Sorry. I tilted my camera just a little too much. Hold on. Let's tilt you down just a little bit. There you go. Okay. So now you can see everything. Okay. Page of Wands, the Star, the Fool in reverse, and the Nine of Swords in reverse. We're trying to get the courage to really pursue something is really what this feels like. It's like we have the idea and the opportunities there. It's just a matter of, it's like, it's seriously taking the breath away though. It's just like, okay, I can do it. I can do it. I just have to go and do it. And it feels like almost, it feels like a very new version of self. Like you've created and overcome so much in this past year or over X amount of time for yourself. You've overcome so many fears already with the Nine of Swords that this page, because pages are students, right? This Page of Wands, it's kind of like, okay, now that I've created this new version of self, what do I want to do with it? And with the Star there, it speaks to the divine time. It is time for you to actually bring it into the tangible, to take that leap of faith, to not see it as a risk, but to see it as an opportunity to do something with this new energy that you're now embodying, right? And bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. So this card of bravery, just standing up to, I honestly want to say like the naysayers, which it really doesn't feel like there's actual naysayers. It feels like these naysayers are really thoughts in your head, right? These aspects within yourself that are making you think or believe that you're not capable of doing these things when in all reality you are. So let's use Light Seers Tarot. And let's clarify this bad boy. Let's see what's going on for you guys. For Virgo. Show me what I need to see about the Page of Wands for Virgo, please, Spirit. Why is the Page of Wands here for Virgo? Page of Swords in reverse and the Eight of Cups. Okay, so you are literally walking away from the old story that you used to tell yourself, right? Walking away from the old story. And this particular page is literally holding a book. So for me to pick that phrase, and then I was like, oh wow, they're actually holding a book. It kind of makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Walking away from the old story, from the lies you used to tell yourself, from these limiting beliefs that the ego used to tell you, right? Well, I'm not good enough, or I'm going to fail, or this isn't possible. It's walking away from that, or dyeing my hair would be silly. That was mine. And I just was like, screw it, I'm going to do it because I want to do it. So we did it. You know what I'm saying? So do what you want to do. It's time to walk away and embody a new form of self. It's time to be creative. It's time to be silly. It's time to have fun. It's time to do the things that at one point you might have been scared to do, but realizing that that fear comes because it's outside of your comfort zone. It's just something new. It's not something that's actually frightening. Let's look at the Star. And at one point, everything's new. Just remember that. At one point, everything's new. So we have the Page of Wands in reverse, the Tower, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Two of Swords in reverse, and the Hierophant. I actually really, really like this. Okay, so it's divine time, right? With the Page of Wands in reverse, to release the fears about stepping into your authentic self. Because the Page of Wands in reverse to me speaks to the wounded child. It speaks to, and when I say wounded child, I don't mean like, oh my gosh, the therapist, like the wounded child within you. No. It also could mean the parts of yourself that you're not being authentic to, right? The parts of yourself that want to explore, that want to create, that want to have fun, that are your most authentic soul form, right? It's time to really allow the inauthentic forms of you to fall away. That's why this Tower moment's coming in. And it's divine time for this moment to come in. To realize that you need to honor all that you are, not the molds that other people want you to be. It's time to stop crying over spilt milk, as people call the Five of Cups in reverse, right? It's time to mourn the things that really were not you, right? And to make the decision, if I could pick up this card, Hierophant, right? With the Hierophant, to honor the new contract, to step into this higher state of consciousness, to realize that the lesson here is to see yourself in a higher light, in a higher state, to see yourself as one, okay, I might actually trigger people by saying this, as God, as universe, as spirit, as source, as creator, because you are a creator. If I am one, you are one, we are one, and we create our reality, does that not make you all powerful, right? If you can give yourself such anxiety and stress that you make yourself sick, then you can give yourself so much happiness that you can make yourself feel better. That's how powerful you are. If you can make yourself ill by manifesting so much negative emotion, why can't you make yourself so much more happy by manifesting positive emotion? Because there's a limiting belief that it's easier to create all this negative emotion. Yes, there's science behind it too, but the mind is so powerful. The mind is so powerful. It's time to remember how powerful you can be if you were to step into a higher state of consciousness. A higher state. It's just that majority of the collective has this belief that it's easier to sit in a lower frequency. Because we've been taught that. That's been instilled in our minds. It's time to step away from that. Okay? Let's look at the Fool. It's just time to step away from that. Now, I'm not trying to open up a debate, because trust me, I understand the scientific side of it. I have a degree in biology, okay? Like, degree in biology, like, I have 2 psychologists in my family. I totally get it. Totally get it, okay? I'm definitely a science brain. Definitely a science brain. Let's look at the Fool. We got the Lovers. 6 of Swords in reverse, 9 of Swords, oy vey, and the Hermit. Okay, so these are the contingencies that you tell yourself. Okay, well, if I'm going to take the risk and open myself up to relationships, they have to move forward in this form. Because if they don't move forward in this way, then I don't feel safe in it, and it makes me want to isolate myself. You have contingencies that you place on the way you want people to act to make sure that you're comfortable, and you might not be consciously aware of it. Guilty as effing charged, right? We're all human here, but that's you being aware of an aspect of your shadow, an aspect of your ego, right? When we want things to be a certain way, it's us wanting control, in a sense, of that situation because we want to feel safe. We want to feel comfortable. It's our ego wanting to protect us, right? But it wants to protect us because we're anticipating a fear, a pain, a trauma, a mishap to happen. When in all reality, you need to surrender to the idea that it's not going to happen that way. Because you're no longer in that wounded energy, right? You're in a healthier energy. You're in a higher state of consciousness. So you're attracting more positive, more abundant, more healed energies into your reality. Okay? But the reason why we're fearful of taking this step, this leap of faith into this new cycle, is because being truly intimate, being truly authentic in who we are, showing all of ourselves to another individual, oh, that's frightening. That's stepping out of this state of conflict, this 5 of Swords energy, and into the 6 of Swords. I don't know if I can really trust that these waters are going to be calm, Jordyn, because I'm just so accustomed to a 5 of Swords energy, to a state of conflict all the time. You're attached to it. You're attached to it. Because we can thrive in a toxic environment just like freaking bacteria can. And if you take it out of that environment and you put it somewhere else, it's going to freak the F out because it's just not accustomed to it. It's time to acclimate to a new environment. To one that is a 6 of Swords. Not a 5 of Swords. It's time to move to the 6, to the calmer waters, to move to peace, to tell yourself, I deserve peace. I deserve to feel at home in who I am. I accept who I am, and the people in my life accept who I am, and I attract connections that accept all of who I am, and every day I take steps closer and closer to healing the aspects of myself that I want to work on, okay? Because we're sitting in a lot of fear and a lot of anxiety, and in turn wanting to isolate ourselves or run from these situations that are challenging us to be pushed outside of our comfort zones. So let's see who's pushing you to finally release these fears and anxieties. Let's look at this 9 of Swords. 7 of Pentacles in reverse, the Devil, and the 8 of Pentacles. Okay. You're quite literally going to have this aha moment of, I've been giving a lot of energy, a lot of time and energy to my ego, to the devil, which is attachment. The devil rules attachment, it rules addiction, it rules the fear, just fears in general, which is false evidence appearing real, rejection, abandonment, self-sabotaging behavior, limiting beliefs. Okay, attachment and addiction isn't just to people. It could also be to substances. It could be to environments. It could be to unhealthy social groups or jobs, dynamics, right? So just be mindful of that. Between the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles is this realization that all this time and energy that you've been investing in it, that's what you need to put the practice into, right? That 8 of Pentacles is a card of practice and diligence. It's you getting really serious about working on integrating your shadow, your ego. I personally am not a fan of the term death of the ego, because the ego is meant to protect you. The ego is meant to be there for a reason. It's meant to be integrated. It's something that you learn to use in a very healthy way, right? It's just something that when we become adults, majority of the collective has learned to use the ego on autopilot. They're not consciously aware that we're functioning from the ego majority of the time versus our most authentic self. And you're going through this process of learning, okay, well, my ego is actually what needs to take the backseat, and I need to start functioning from my authentic self majority of the time, instead of listening to what my ego wants me to take all these knee-jerk reactions that are actually self-sabotaging and perpetuating old cycles that are just stopping me from healing, okay? So between the 8 and the 7 of Pentacles is the Ace of Pentacles. By working on integrating your shadow more effectively, you're actually going to step into a more stable new beginning, because the Ace of Pentacles is a stable, solid, grounded, safe and secure new foundation, okay? Very nice. I like it. And that's most likely why you're this Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and underneath her is the Hangman, which is new perspectives, but it's also the surrender, and it's a in-between time. You're in between cycles because you're in between frequencies, right? You need time to calibrate the old version of yourself before you step into this new version of self, right? Nice. Let's look at this 7 of Wands. Oh, I love it. So you have the World, and then we have 10 of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles, and the 10 of frickin' Wands. Beautiful. Okay, so the 7 of Wands, there you are, basically defending your energy, but also fighting for yourself. Closing out this cycle that is burdensome, 10 of Wands, and also the 10 of Swords. And finally stepping into this place of independence, confidence, feeling stable and secure in who you are as an individual. I love this. The 9 of Pentacles, to me, is the beginning of the path to becoming a divine feminine energy. Someone who really honors and respects themselves and can really sit in the present moment, who doesn't stress about the past or the future, who's capable of really staying right here in the infinite now and knows how to nurture self and the people around them in a very balanced manner. Because you go 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and then Empress for me as a reader, which is really nice. Your ending overall energy over here is the 7 of Swords, followed by the 6 of Cups, recognizing that the past was perpetuating the self-sabotaging behavior. Very, very nice. It's a lot of healing, and it's leading you to a very independent, stable place. Virgo, this is what I have for you. If you guys want a personal reading or a Reiki session, go ahead, book it down below through my website in the description box. Hit that notification bell to see when I post and when I go live, and also hit that like button so it helps the channel grow. I'd greatly appreciate it. But I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.